Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. My name is Winged Supernova. It is the evening, well, really the night of September 15th when I am recording this, aka tomorrow. The video game Eastward releases, and I will be playing it as my second Let's Play on this channel. I tried getting the new Switch Bluetooth audio to pair because I noticed there was a bit of an echo with the audio coming from my TV and, you know, the game audio that the capture card is capturing. But unfortunately, it would not allow me to put the Bluetooth audio into my headphones and also record it via the capture card. Don't know why that was so hard to get out. And I'm also I had a bit of a rough sleep last night. Woke up at like 3:30 in the morning, could not go back to sleep. So the fact that I've been up for about 18 hours now is gonna make this recording session interesting. But yeah, last episode we found out that apparently Hurley could be lying to Iris to, you know, just keep the truth from her so that she doesn't learn about what happened to her father. So yeah, in this episode we will continue by talking to Gina. Let's talk about Gina's parents. If the situation wasn't as emotionally brutal as it was at the end of the last episode, let's make it worse. I've realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born, not even our mums. She does it so matter-of-factly, too. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. Nah, Diving's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything fine, everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh! I mean, if you know you never had him, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet him. It's true. Wow. I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh, Iris. Damn, what is it with Ace Attorney and dads, by the way? Just all the dads end up dying in Ace Attorney. It's ridiculous. I feel like I think it's Shu Takumi. I think he has a vendetta against dads for some reason. Just literally screw all men as soon as they have a child with another woman, because holy shit, you're gonna get fucking murdered in this game series. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, he reckons he popped that mental script or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story really in old Windibank... Oh god, I clicked A too quick. My apologies. Let me go back. It's simple. If that story was really in old Windibank's storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words you, could know about it. Ooh. Bringing it all the way back to the second secret that Susato is hiding from us. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Ha! grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that mental script ain't at Windibank's. You'd soon see it if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. I like the music in the background of that conversation too. And oh my god. Every single time she does that sprite, I think of Fulbright, and I hate it. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should get back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you? No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then. Iris. Sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child. Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. Ellipses for days. Holy shit. Still going, now without audio. Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. Oh. Wrong person. Uh-oh. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susato. That was a lovely flubbing right there. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow. What's this about? Uh-oh, I think it's time for a murder. Most foul. So she's probably sneaking into the pawnbrokers? I would assume? To try and find that manuscript to prove that Sholmes was lying? Maybe. Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? That's Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Windibank's? Oh no! Ooh, the tension theme. I haven't heard this song in a long time. Well, maybe I have. Okay. This is just a different version of it. I thought for sure it sounded the exact same as it did in Spirit of Justice and Dual Destinies, but no, it's the remixed version that they had earlier on in this game, I believe. It's simple. If that story was really an old Windibank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. without telling you. Could Gina have gone? It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Oh, no, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once! Oh, that was Miss Usato. Miss Usato! This is gonna be bad. I'm guessing Mr. Windibank is gonna be dead. The door to Windibank's, it's open. And the lamp is burning. It must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. That birdcage looks like it's been moved over. Oh, there's definitely something fucked up that's happened with the calendar over there. Notice that one immediately. Oh god, I didn't read that. There's no one here. Oh yes, there is. Oh shit. Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! What the? Has Sholmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo. But after them, go! Right. There's a short guy and then a skinny guy. Blast! I've lost them. Hello, hello, what have we have here? What have we here? Oh, it's a different guy. The alarm is just waste for this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that? He looks similar to the bailiff, so I'm just gonna give him a stupid voice. Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windibank's. Uh-oh.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Naruhodo!
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
Uh-oh. Feels like a body discovery announcement. Yeah. He's been shot. And Gina's back there too.
It's Gina!
Well, maybe you should say that Mr. Windibank's down there first to not give the wrong impression, but sure. Ooh, big to be continued. I like that. This case had quite a bit of lead up into, you know, into our investigation phase. It says investigation part 3, but this is really the beginning of the investigation. Bang! Ah! I'll be alright, Mr. Naruhodo. After them, go! Behind that door, in the storeroom. Hurry! We lifted up the... It was locked from the inside. We lifted up the thing. Of course they put the pistol on her hand, so she's gonna be the defendant. Great. It's Gina? From that moment, Windibank's pawnbrokery became a prime scene. Yes, prime rib, my favorite type of scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. Oof. Oh, Iris. A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home. Oh, yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Jenny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Runo? Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Yes, I'm afraid so. Well, that's not what we wanted. Talk to the poor girl. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windibank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes, I had a feeling. You did? Well, I saw all of those police carriages pulling up outside his shop, so I knew something must have happened there. When we entered Windibank's in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased after them, but they got away. So, it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windibank, I suppose? I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina. Jenny? But why? Well, the thing is... No! Jenny wouldn't do something like that! I know. None of us think she did it. Then why have they arrested her? I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do. Okay. I don't understand why they arrested Jenny. It's not fair! What about the 2 thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? Well, I think I should probably have looked at the first 2 before this one. No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. This is all so horrible. The thing is, Mr. Windibank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles, and the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no! And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards... Don't tell me, there was no one else in the room? Yes, exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Runo? Well? What can I say? I'm damned if I agree and damned if I don't. Well, let's get back up this way. So where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating at the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Windibank's, a gun was fired, and he took a bullet. Hurley was shot? No. It's alright. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Sinner's. Really? Really? That's the name? They're tending to him there. I must see him. At once! I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. To operate? Oh, poor Hurley. It was the 2 thugs who were in Mr. Windibank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them. Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Where's Susie, Bruno? She's still at the police station. Oh, why? I suspect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished it for a while. Why aren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Miss Usato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later. Ah, I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder, but I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me? Oh yes, I'd love to! Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. And don't forget we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Alright, well then, we will go to the hospital first. Then we will go to the prison. And then we will go to the other place. The other place. Windibank, of course. Once again, operating off of about 4 hours of sleep, unfortunately. So, yeah, bear with me. Hurley! Oh! He's not here! No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she? Ooh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home. I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not, there's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Oh. Oh, is this the Bobby again? Hello, what have we here? It is. This water's off limits, no visiting. So what are you doing in here, eh? Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin. Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am, sir. A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. The great mystery solver has a mysterious family, eh? That's how you see us, sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley? I believe he is currently in the operating theater, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation. Extensive? It has been several hours since he went in. Oh dear, is he going to be alright? Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is. Oh! I have heard a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh, poor Hurley. Alright, well, Fortunately, nothing we can do about that, so let's go see Gina, hopefully. She's available to be seen. She is. Okay. Hello, Gina. They let you have that in prison? Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made. I wish she wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Jenny. I still have a feeling. I have a feeling it's because of us that you ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry? You heard? Get lost. Don't be like that, Jenny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh. You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me a chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I could lay me hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Jenny, I'll be in court tomorrow, they say. Some cove came by before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me more obviously if she tried. Why are you being like this, Jenny? Well, let's find out. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? He wanted me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial. He'll be pinning it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me growing up in the back slums, my whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back for it. Back of it. You can't trust no one. That's the point. Soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead. I started going Boston East Coast accent there for some reason. I don't know why. I'm conflate. Okay, you know what? Stop using big words. It is 9:35 on 4 hours of sleep. Okay? Get out of your own head. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could... Forget it. Jenny! Don't you trust Bruno? I almost had the wrong voice there. Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. I refuse. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. The old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest. But why, Jenny? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work, and half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What would be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Jenny. We'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies? Don't do it. Don't you fucking do it. What did you mean before, Gina, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you told are? Maybe we can help.
Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Jenny, please. Oh, yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by.
A cat? A photographic print? A really adorable cat.
I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point in me having it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in a pocket of that overcoat.
Especially considering it apparently belonged to Mr. McGilded beforehand. That should be an interesting string to help get us started on our investigation.
Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Jenny.
Well, I got one piece of evidence out of this. And all we can do is move on with our nice little investigation. So to the pawnbrokery we go. Bobbies are just doing their job.
This is where it happened then? Last night.
That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables.
But, apart from the policeman in here...
Oh, that's the wrong voice. What the actual hell is going on? Alright.
Apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance.
No, you're right about that, actually. Well, that's not true.
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking.
I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals dressed in all black. Oi, I heard that. Oh. Hello, Gregson. Oh, Inspector. Good morning. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Shame you let the two rogues get away, mind. Yes, I'm sorry about that.
I thought you'd assigned extra men to the beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty.
Your ladyship! Oh god, I forgot about these two. No one told me you were coming!
I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care.
Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital attended to him as we speak.
And I don't think it's Reno's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say. The Jet in Black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change. Oh, where are me manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? I hate it. I hate it already. Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice refreshing fruit juice?
Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Gregsy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you'd like some.
This man is very thirsty. Ah, lovely. Ta, very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this. Alright, before we converse, I want to check a couple of things, like, you know, this big hunk of shite over here.
Alright then, let's see what we can uncover.
Oi, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here. Oh, but we were hoping to investigate. This is a crime scene, for Pete's sake, no touching.
What's the problem, Gregsy? Bruno's a lawyer, you know that.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship, ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Of course, if Mr. Naruhodo was to have been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter. The accused? If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around.
Did you hear that, Bruno? You need Ginny to sign some representation papers.
Looks like presenting the detective here with the correct paperwork is the only way. Well, that's disappointing. So I guess we will not examine. We will have to converse. But we will do that in the next episode. Thank you guys very much for beginning this this stream of about, I'd say, 4 parts of suffering. Of me edging closer and closer to just passing out while I'm recording. But yeah, thank you guys once again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.